Hello and welcome back to another speed build. Here we have an apartment video. I've done a few apartments before, but this is my second time filming an apartment video, so I hope you guys like it and enjoy. For the idea I had for this build was two best friends having an apartment together. So there's two bedrooms and two bathrooms, so they've both got their own little ensuite bathroom. I say little, the bathrooms are actually quite big in this build, but I really like how they turned out. One of them is a lot bigger than the other and it has a lot more stuff, but it's all functional. I've already play tested it. The only issue I had with it again was I wasn't able to put it onto the gallery for some reason. It's still not allowing me. I don't know why. It's just it's just being really weird. And then here I just enter a few cheats, which I edited out because it took a long time to write it in. I mostly use the stuff from Eco Lifestyle for the bathroom here, and then I use the shower from what is it? I think it's University? Yeah, University. I really like that shower. I use it in a lot of my tiny builds. It makes life so much easier, and it just kind of makes it so your Sims can shower in really small places, and it's fine, especially in tiny builds. It makes it so much, I love it. It's great. So here I'm just using a few things from Tidy Living, just some drawers and stuff so the Sims can change. I quite like these drawers, they're nice and simple, so I use them. And then here I'm just changing out the way that the bedroom looks. I changed it a few times actually, just to make it look alright, because I was trying to fit a desk in here and then a TV with a console. And imagine maybe they're into gaming, so they've got a console or something. So I added that into this bedroom house. There's a TV, 3 TVs within this build, one in each bedroom and then one in the living room area. So here I'm just adding a computer to the desk, and then I'll be moving it around in a bit, just adding the Tiny Living rug. I really like that rug. I know it's kind of lame, but I like it. It's quite simple and it's nice, so I use that one. And then here you can see me adding the TV from Get to Work, because it's quite small, and I thought there's a lot of TVs already in the build, so let's just add another one here. And then I'm just using the seats from University again, just adding in. And this is where I am doing the kitchen. I really like how this kitchen turned out actually. It's a lot of counter space, a lot of room to kind of make loads of meals, and then you can do a little desk, not desk, the island where your Sims can eat, which is nice. I know the Sims don't normally always eat together, but it's nice to kind of add it just in case on the off chance they all end up eating at the same time, which is very unlikely for the Sims, but I thought I'd add it anyway. So I'm just adding just the bar stools. I really like the ones from Cats and Dogs. I don't know why, I felt they kind of worked with this, with the kitchen. I don't know if they do, but I thought it did at the time. I was like, you know what, that's pretty cool. I don't really like that. So here I'm just going around, just adding the oven and the fridge in a bit here. Yeah. Can you tell? Parenthood is one of my favourite packs for kitchens. I really like it. It's really nice. It's got good swatches on it, and I thought I've never actually used the blue swatches yet, so I'm gonna use them, try and incorporate it, because why not? I haven't used it, so I might as well give it a go. I was going to do a sink onto where the island is, but then I didn't, because I thought it might look weird, I don't know, so I just added it there instead. And I add a bin here. I actually remembered to add a bin and not add it whilst playtesting, so that's good. I also thought that the Sims living here could have a cat, so there's some cat stuff around the build, which is nice. Although it kind of annoyed me a little bit because when I tried to, I had it work in the living room area, and I tried to like put it like so it was like under the rug, but it kept clipping, and it looked really weird, so I didn't end up like putting it there. I just kind of moved all the cat things back, and then it fit a little bit better. And here I'm just changing the counter, so there's a little bit more space to actually get into the kitchen area, because it looked quite of a small gap, and I didn't want it to be too small and then the Sims like not be able to actually like go past it all, because Sims get stuck in stupid places sometimes. And then I'm just moving this around. I think it's the extractor fan. I'm not really too sure what it's called. I was gonna add some cabinets like all around, and then I was like, oh, it's quite high up, so you wouldn't be able to reach them in real life. So I added just some of the I don't know what they're called, but they've got like all like the plates and bowls and cutlery in them. So I just added that in a bit. I think you can see me trying to find it here. Yeah. Because I thought like there's no cupboards like up above, so I just put them there. Like you could just imagine that they're in the actual cupboards itself, but yeah, I like to make it visible. And then here I'm just trying to make the items stay on there. I always find it a bit annoying how the like when the objects fit to where the spaces are to put it on the counter. It's like, no, I don't want it there, I want it slightly over to the left, but then it just kind of clips on. I'm like, no, go to this way. It's kind of annoying, but it's whatever, because you can just use to like move it and then put it back on, and then it's fine. So here I'm just going over the bedroom, because I was like, I should probably put a door there. And I add the one from I can't remember, I think it's Eco Lifestyle. I can't remember, I'm not sure. But I was going to use a higher wall door thing, but then I couldn't really find one that I liked, so I just left it. And then that's the door there. I use that door for both of the bedrooms as well. And then here I'm doing like the entertainment area, so there's like painting, there's like some music and like instruments there that your Sims can play with, which I thought would be nice to like add. There's also like a karaoke like machine in there, because I thought, well, if they're best friends, then maybe they do like some karaoke, which would be cool. Because I know if I was with my friends right now, we'd probably have like a massive like karaoke, which would be really fun. So I'm just adding that here. I mean, the karaoke might be a bit annoying, especially if you're like in an apartment and you've got everyone like karaoke, unless it was like a full apartment karaoke where everyone joined in, but I doubt that would happen in real life. So this here is where I'm just like looking at it, making sure it looks okay, and then I wanted to add a fish tank, but I wanted it to kind of look like it was in the wall. So I'm doing this now. Like there's a little like way of cheating of doing it. So you add like the fish tank, and then you put like the window, and you size the window down, and it will have like a gap in the wall. It's kind of weird, but it looks alright. So I just use that. But you can still see where the window is. So I just ended up I can't talk. I ended up covering that up just with some shelves, and then I'm just here like trying to make it look it's at the same place, which I did end up moving up the fish tanks just to kind of fit the hole a little bit better, and it actually kind of worked a bit smoother. But I added them on both sides, because originally I was going to have it like just one one little gap, but I liked the idea of having it a little bit bigger, so then they could be like two different colours, which I thought might be quite interesting. So here's where I'm adding the counters. I just use the cheaper ones for this, because, you know, trying to save money on the bills. even though I think this build's probably quite expensive. But then again, most of the builds that I do was genuinely quite expensive. But I added them on the above where the fish tank is as well. And then I was thinking, oh, I could add one on the side, but then it kind of clipped a little bit, and I was like, nah, I'll just leave it there. And then here I'm just adding the main like TV living area thing, and then I had like a console. I don't know what happened, but at one point I put these on like the tables, and then they kind of disappear. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they disappeared, but they did. But I used these, and then I like stacked them on top of each other, and then just changed the swatches on it to just black. I think. Yeah, just had it on black, which I quite like the idea of, because I know like sometimes, especially at events, you usually end up stacking like the cases on top of each other. So I added that here, and then I'm just I saw that bench, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I'm just adding like the chairs and that here, which I quite like. It took me a while to kind of like add the chairs. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I was originally going to try and like make it look like they were like attached and like together, but it didn't really work as well as I wanted it to. And then I was like, oh, I could use the one from Eco Lifestyle as well. It just didn't end up looking that great, so you can see me just trying to make it work throughout the build, but eventually I figure it out and make it look somewhat decent. I can't remember how many times I just go back to like fiddling with the chairs, like, oh, it looks a little bit weird, oh, I can do this, so let's do that. Yeah, here's the counters that I was on about at the top of the fish tank. I do the same on the other side as well. I think you actually might be able to see through the fish tanks as well. I don't know, I haven't had a proper look at it yet, but I do end up adding a few items from Debug to near the fish tanks, but I didn't add that in me doing that because it took a while for me to search for the debug items. So I was like, you know what, I'll just stop the recording quickly and then add them in and then go back to recording. So that's what I did later on in the build. And then here I'm just adding a few of the lights. And I'm adding this light just above the chair, because, you know, I always end up using that light in my build. And then I'm just looking for some other lights as well. And then I tried to like create my own like hanging lights like these ones. So here is me fiddling with the ones from university and just kind of making my own light fixture. Which I think actually it looks pretty cool in the end. Like, I don't know, it looked kind of interesting. So here I'm just changing the swatches of them. I mean, they are a little bit colourful, but the rest of the build is quite dark, so you know, it just adds a little bit of that like extra colour. And then I'm just adding a table there, and then I add a few like magazines and clutter items on it as well, which I really like. But I thought that swatch looked really good with the white, because a lot of like in that space is quite dark. So I added the table in the white swatch, which I think was a nice like contrast colour. And I really enjoyed that. And then that's where you can see me adding the clutter items, which I think really helps like with the clutter items. It makes the build look so much more like authentic and real, because like usually there's like a few things here and there and it just looks nice. There is a lot of like empty space in this build after I finished like building it, but I just wasn't sure like what else to put in there. So there is like a lot of gaps like in the flooring where there's just nothing. But I wasn't really sure what else to put there, and I didn't want to like add too much and it just look bad, so I just kind of went with don't add a lot but it looks okay kind of thing. I really like the green wallpaper on like in that room. I think it looks nice, so I left that in there. and then changed the swatch of the bed to match the wallpaper, which I thought was pretty cool. And I think here is where I'm adding the computer. Yeah, it is. But then I thought I'd add some bookshelves first. I was gonna use these ones, but they ended up being like too thick, and I kind of preferred the one from like the Mosquito Pack. Like the boxes were like too big. I don't know. It was kind of weird. So I just kind of looked at them and I was like, you know what, they're nicer. And then I just like changed the swatch on them. So they were, even though they were both white, they were slightly different and had a few different colours and stuff. And then here I'm just adding the desk, so the sim can have a computer on this side as well. So I ended up adding a gaming chair, I think, for the sim. I really like the gaming chairs, they're really cool. My partner's got a gaming chair and it's got like speakers in it, and it's like, it's so cool. This is where I'm adding the shelves, well, tables for the TV. I ended up sizing up the TV for the one from Eco Lifestyle, and then added like 2 like desk like space things just to make it look a little bit better because I didn't want like a really small TV. I know I could have just used one of the fancy ones, but I really like the ones from that you can find in the dumpster. They remind me of when I was a kid and had like an old TV like that. So here I'm just messing around with like different like wardrobes and stuff, and like, oh, I don't know what to like, I'll just do that. But here I'm just kind of, I raise it up so it kind of looks like it's all one thing, which I don't know why, but I think it looks kind of interesting like that, so that's what I ended up going with in the end. And then here's when I do the bathroom as well. I really like how this bathroom actually turned out. I'd love a bathroom like that in real life. It looks like really cool. Although I really don't like doing like sometimes when I'm building, I don't like with the walls up and then you need them and it just goes all really weird. It's a pain, but it's fine. But I ended up having to move this bath around because I was like, oh, the Sims can't get in that way. Okay, I'll just move it this way. Okay, I'll just move it that way. But I went with the blue one, and then I used the Eco Lifestyle toilet and sink, because even though it's not the same, it's like blue, and I thought it'd be really cool to kind of mix them up a little bit. I really liked how it turned out, so I'm glad I did that. But I like how there's like 2 showers as well. I do use a few things to like separate the like the bathroom up a little bit. And here I'm just adding a few mirrors. I end up deleting one of them though because it looks a bit weird having too many. But I thought, you know, maybe this likes to check themselves out in the mirror quite a lot, so they've got like a massive mirror in the bathroom. So I added that there, and then I'm just copying the door and just making sure it fits. Everything looks cool, I think. And then here I'm just like looking at a few things, and I get a chair to put near the fish tank because I thought, oh, maybe like the sim likes to read next to the fish tank or like be near the window. So like as well, if the Sims need like a little bit of like separation, they have like that kind of like, okay, you have this side of the room, I have this side. And then here I'm just going around just adding a few things for the cat. I really like cats, they're really cute. And then I just like add a bed, and then I kind of put it under where the fish tank is. I end up like moving it slightly. But I wasn't sure what swatch to go with, I was like, I don't know. So I ended up like changing it a few times. And then I just add like the cat litter, and then like the boxes for the cat. Like the little little cat house thing, I don't know what they're called. I added quite a few of them because I was like, oh, maybe they've got like more than one cat, and there's just like loads of them. So I just like add like loads of stuff, like loads of things for the cat. So I'm just going around just doing that here, which cat obsessed much. but it looks cool, so it's fine. And helps fill out like the quite big empty spaces that are around the build as well, which is good. Here I'm just adding another one of the cat tree things. I changed the swatches on it so it was all kind of like black and white, which I really liked. A lot of this build is mostly black and white, other than like the kitchen and then like a few things in the bedroom that kind of stands out. And but it's mostly just a black and white build to prefer, like the majority of my builds. And then here I'm just kind of spacing out like the equipment a little bit more, so the Sims like have enough room. And then I add the bookshelf. I added 2 of them. Just I thought they looked quite nice having 2 of them there. And then I just like changed the swatches so like they're the same colours but it's just kind of a little bit different. I thought that was like really interesting how that worked. So I did that. And then I add a radio from Grandma's Kino Pack. I really like this, like how it looks. It's like it reminds me of college with like all the college gigs, and I like that. I went with that. And then at the end here, I'm just adding the washing machine and the dryer, and just doing a few lights here and there, just to lighten up the place a little bit. I do the same like how I did it like in the living room, where I just added like multiple lights and then just changed like the colour of them. But I didn't change the colour of that, but I did when I went into the live mode. I changed the colour of them, so they're all quite kind of different colours, which looked quite cool and quirky, and I really like how I did that. And then I'm just adding a few extra like clutter items here and there, and then, well, they're more just candles, but and then I moved the drawers here so it's like functional. And then here I'm adding the washing machine and the dryer. And then here are the screenshots of the final build. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe. I'll be making new videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday and Saturday. And I will be posting regularly on Instagram of my builds, so if you want to follow me on there, it's the same as my YouTube channel. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!